Downfall begins a Critical Role, Midst gets a sequel, and Wayne Reynolds returns to Dungeons & Dragons. Sort of.
I'm back, baby!
Welcome to Fantasy News Friday, a day late, our weekend news rundown. Today we're talking about Critical Role Downfall, Midst, Lorcana, and some new Wayne Reynolds art. Remember, if you like these kinds of news videos, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so we can keep making them. Now, on to the news.
Tonight's top story.
This week marked the start of Downfall, the new 3-episode arc showing the fall of Aeor. The miniseries, which features Brennan Lee Mulligan, Laura Bailey, Taliesin Jaffe, Ashley Johnson, Noshir Dalal, Nick Marini, and Abu Bakr Salim, features 6 aspects of the gods taking mortal form in order to neutralize Aeor's god-killing weapons. And, we know how that ends. There was a ton of interesting lore and teases throughout the episode, especially with the first hour or so that showed Predathos' attack on Tangar, the home of the gods before they fled to Exandria, with the gods being shown as these beings of light. A lot of folks compared this part of the episode to the Silmarillion, especially with the origins of the gods being revealed and the cast seeing some of the mortal forms of the gods as they make their way into Aeor to bypass the city's defenses. Now, in other big Critical Role news, Midst will be returning later this year with a 4-part sequel featuring Marisha Ray and Liam O'Brien, in addition to the third-person troupe that made the original podcast. Moonward will feature Marisha and Liam joining members of Midst around a table to tell a story of an expedition to the ruins of Midst Moon, which crashed into Midst in the first podcast. Now, while there will be a narrative guide, Moonward isn't a actual play, but rather an improv storytelling show, with the cast each getting into the role of a character and working their way through a story together. There appears to be notes on each character, but no actual character sheet. There's no rules, no dice, nothing like that. It's just improv, but fantasy. Sort of. Now, will the addition of Marisha and Liam boost viewership of this non-Exandrian Midst franchise? Well, we'll find out. The full trailer will be released later this month. Mitsuhiro Erita, the famed artist of the original Charizard card in the Pokemon trading card game, has illustrated a Magic card for the very first time. As part of the previews for the upcoming Bloomborough set, Erita contributed the art for Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. The Massive Bear is a green creature card with power and toughness equal to the number of land its players control. Now, Bloomborough is coming in with a level of excitement that you don't often see for Magic the Gathering sets these days, frankly because there's so many Magic sets that come out, with seemingly everyone from longtime Magic fans to non-Magic players excited about the stunning art and the cool mechanics and just the unique visual theme of the set. Now, this new set will be released in August, and it's preview season, so expect a lot more card reveals soon. Speaking of cards, a Disney Lorcana card has received a surprising errata, functionally changing how the card works. Bucky, Squirrel Squeak Tutor, an infamous card that has been the terror of Lorcana over the past few months, will receive a whole new set of rules with the release of the upcoming set Shimmering Skies, with the card costing more to play, the card losing its powerful ward ability, and the card having its discard ability activate only when a player shifts a Floodborn character into play. Previously, players could just play a Floodborn character and that discard ability would activate. Now, the reason for the errata, as opposed to just banning the card, which is how TCGs usually handle things like this, was because Ravensburger is preparing to print the game into new languages and apparently didn't want Emerald to be missing a card compared to the other inks. Still, seeing a drastic errata is kind of a rarity in trading card games, even if this does appear to be a one-off. Brotherwise Games has revealed some details on how actions and combat works within their new Stormlight Archives RPG. Combat will involve players deciding whether they want to take a fast turn or a slow turn at the beginning of each round. Now, players who take a fast turn will be able to take 2 actions and will go first, while players who take a slow turn will go after the fast turn players, but will get to take 3 actions instead of 2. Now, actions themselves include things like moving, attacking, attempting to gain advantage, which basically means that you use some sort of skill check to try to gain advantage on your subsequent attack roll, or bracing, which provides a defensive boost. Now, players can also spend focus points to use reactions or utilize certain features, such as grazing an enemy when they miss on an attack roll. And finally, the Royal Mail has revealed a set of new D&D stamps featuring brand new art by legendary artist Wayne Reynolds. Although it's unclear if you can get international shipping. Maybe they can just put some of those D&D stamps on your package. Well, that's all the news stories that we have for you today. Let us know what your favorite story was in the comments, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.